DAZN recently changed its pricing structure, making it $19.99 per month or $99.99 for the year. But is it still worth your money as a combat sports fan? You're about to find out. Richani TSC, your home for sports reviews, interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm here to give you guys my updated review of DAZN. If you don't know, I earlier in the year reviewed this app. I happen to give it a thumbs up, but does it still hold up? Because since I did the review, DAZN went from being $9.99 per month, essentially $10 per month, to now either $20 per month or $100 for the year. I happen to subscribe to the $100 a year subscription. Now, for those that don't know what DAZN is, it is an app that allows you to watch live sports, particularly combat sports in the United States. For this review, I'm going to focus on the American version of DAZN. DAZN is most known internationally, especially in Canada, where it broadcasts live National Football League games. But in the US, they have really tried to conquer the boxing market, signing the likes of Canelo Alvarez to a massive 5-year deal worth around $365 million. Plus, Triple G, Gennadiy Golovkin, Anthony Joshua. They also boast MMA, including Bellator MMA, which is UFC's direct competitor, KSW in Poland, which is essentially the new version of Pride, kind of like the Polish version of Ruiz Jr for any fans that watch that. And they have the top promotion in Latin America, Combate Americas. So they have a wide variety of combat sports. They also have the likes of Road FC. On top of that, they also have a MLB weekly recap show, almost daily sometimes. But is it enough to justify the new price tag of $20 a month or $100 per year? Well, that all depends on what kind of sports fan are you. Are you somebody that loves MMA and boxing? Are you somebody that's a hardcore boxing fan, a hardcore MMA fan? It all depends. I think DAZN is the best for anybody that's a boxing fan that's also willing to experiment, step out of their comfort zone, and try out some new combat sports. Now, DAZN also has soccer. They also have billiards, of all things. They do have the baseball highlight show. But if you're somebody primarily signing on for combat sports, you get a whole lot of action. There's almost weekly, bi-weekly, monthly fights. You're guaranteed to see Canelo, Triple G, and Anthony Joshua at least 2 to 3 times a year. And if you believe all the reports out there about DAZN aggressively pursuing Deontay Wilder of PBC, you better believe at some point they're probably going to acquire him. Now, with that being said, is it worth your money? If you're a boxing fan, yes, because we're not that far removed. I mean, just last year, people were paying $60 to $70 to watch Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez fight. Nowadays, you can watch it for $20 per month, or you can just sign up and pay $20 and watch the fight and move on with your life. Or you could save $20 for a year, sign up for $100 like I did, and you not only get multiple Triple G, Canelo, and Anthony Joshua fights, but you get rising young stars like Jaime Munguia, who's an absolute stud. You get Bellator MMA, you get KSW, which may have the best event production of any combat sports promotion, whether it be MMA, boxing, or pro wrestling. But there are some drawbacks, of course, like any other app. While I think overall the streaming quality is great, they could have a little bit more in terms of navigation. Now, it's not ESPN Plus bad at all. I mean, you can search things. They have different categories like MMA, boxing, soccer, you name it. But you do have to scroll through a little much sometimes. On top of that, original content. They've been working with Uninterrupted, which is LeBron James and Maverick Carter's production company, to produce some awesome in-depth specials, very reminiscent of the HBO 24/7 specials, which are great. But I would really like to see either a daily or weekly combat sports show. Occasionally, they'll have interviews with sports radio personalities, AK and Barack, which is cool. But I think this app really needs some type of show, very similar like UFC Tonight, which was on Fox. Now they have some type of version on ESPN. Some type of daily, bi-daily, maybe even weekly show that just kind of recaps everything going on in boxing. Because it's great to look at the calendar and say, okay, Triple G and Rolls is coming up soon. Okay, Bellator MMA with Gegard Mousasi is coming up soon. But you want some hype there, and, you know, throwing up random hype videos and stuff like that, that's kind of cool. Throwing up some random specials, that's kind of cool. Maybe some people will watch that. But I really do think you need a weekly news show just to recap all the things going on. Even something called This Week on DAZN, and just show some highlights of KSW, show some highlights of Road FC. You name it, they got it. Why not show it off, right? Other than that, though, I think if you're a boxing fan, this is a must-have. Now, if you're an MMA fan, it's gonna be a little bit tougher because, let's face it, UFC is the king right now. You can sign up for ESPN Plus for $5 per month. They've got a lot of free content on TV as well. TNT is getting into the MMA game a little bit, occasionally showing some one championship highlights. Bellator has a lot of free stuff on Paramount if you do have cable. There's already a lot to work with when it comes to mixed martial arts. PFL is now on ESPN and ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. I mean, there's a whole lot of combat sports to watch already if you're an MMA fan. But if you're somebody hardcore like myself that also happens to love boxing, it's a good deal because Bellator has a number of shows on DAZN. And if you're somebody like me that recently cut the cord and no longer gets Paramount Network, which is the primary network that broadcasts Bellator, you can watch every single Bellator show either simulcast or exclusively on DAZN. On top of that, as I mentioned before, KSW, great production, lots of action. Road FC, pretty good stuff as well. Combates Americas does some great numbers on social media. And they recently signed Tito Ortiz to a contract, meaning yes, Tito Ortiz once again is coming out of retirement. So overall, I have to say, even with the updated price structure, I gotta give DAZN a massive thumbs up. Yeah, $20 per month is more than $10 per month, and $100 per year is, you know, a little pricey for some people. But if you're somebody that truly loves boxing, if you're somebody that at one point was going to order a Canelo or Triple G fight for $50-$60 anyway, it is a phenomenal value proposition. And hey, at the end of the day, I get the economics. You got to pay these salaries somehow. But folks, if you signed up for DAZN, are you interested in signing up for DAZN? You can actually sign up for DAZN on multiple devices. You can sign up on Xbox One, PS4. You could sign up on PC. And if you have a smart TV like myself, you can sign up through Roku, tablets, and on mobile devices. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share, take care, and don't forget to subscribe for more combat sports updates.